This last week, I picked up an electric pressure washer from Amazon. These are usually anywhere from $140 to $200 for an electric pressure washer. This one had almost 5 stars in its reviews, so I figured, what the heck, picked it up for about $180, and I've been pleasantly surprised so far, and it's done really well. But I want to show you everything that's in the box, take it out, and take a look at it. So the first thing I liked is it came with plenty of nozzles. They're perfect for cleaning my car, concrete. It came with a soap nozzle, and it came with one that was 0 degrees for like some really heavy duty cleaning or like clumping. It's really nice to have this variety of nozzles so that you can clean, whatever you want. Sometimes, maybe just one isn't going to cut it. To be specific, there's actually 9 different nozzles. One of them is technically a brush, but it kind of acts like a nozzle. And then we also have all these little ones here. It had the manual, which I read. It was actually helpful. Not every manual is helpful. And then it had a cleaning tool for in case any of your nozzles get stuck or you need to clean them out. I just took all this stuff, put it in a bag. It also came with all the tools needed to assemble it, as well as the hardware to install the handle. Now, the nozzles that it came with were really cool. There were some that were angled and a couple different application types. They're really easy. All you do is just squeeze to install them on the handle, which I'll show you later. They felt very sturdy. And overall, I just liked how many different types of nozzles it came with. That was great. So this is the hose that it came with. This is what you attach from the machine to your wand. Super straightforward, felt like it was well made, really easy to plug in and out, not any sort of challenge there. Felt really well made overall. It also came with 2 mounts for each side so that you could put your wand, all the attachments, and then also the other thing that it came with was for the cord, the electric cord, because this is electric powered, it's not gas. You needed somewhere to put that cord as well. It also came with this handle, and you're able to hang, if you see that little hook there, that's where I chose to put my water hose. Just wind it up and put it on there. So the wand was really well made. It had a safety on it, which made it so that you don't cut your hand off with high pressurized water, and you can always just make sure you're safe when you're moving things around. The trigger was really nice, easy to mess with. There's a release right there, and a spot for you to plug in the hose. The end of the wand has a screw-in part for like all the different wand attachments that you will want to throw there on the end. Oh, and I forgot to talk about this one. This is the bristle brush head. So this nozzle actually will clean and also put out water, which is really cool. Really nice thing to use for soap. And I just thought this was a really neat attachment. Okay, so the machine itself, not that heavy overall when I took it out. I mentioned this because it's really nice to have something that you can easily transport that doesn't take up a lot of space. As you can see, it's not very tall, it's not very wide, super compact, all around just an easy package to deal with. And it has these wheels, which kind of got in the way as I was taking off this bag, but those are super nice to have. Nothing about this really felt cheap or stood out to me as something that wasn't gonna last. When I was feeling it, messing around with it, unboxing it, all just felt very well made, and it felt like a reliable tool from the get-go, just even as I was just unboxing it. So getting into it, in the back you have the soap container, and the only thing that I didn't like about actually using the soap container is that like once you put soap in there, it's kind of just in your water, and there does seem to be a way to actually remove that soap canister, but I never figured that out. But overall, the front and the back places where you put in the water and then plug in your water hose to your wand, and the on and off switch there on the top that I'm messing with right now, those were all very easy to understand and very easy to use. Nothing about them caught or snagged or didn't work or was hard to understand. It was all very simple, and that was definitely great. So the wand attachments themselves, the one that I have there right now, this is the one where you can actually attach the bristle and the angled one. This one that you're looking at right now, which is just sort of a multi-purpose sprayer. This was nice to have two different types of wands. The one that I really wanted to have and that I ended up using the most was the other one. It's not this one, but this one was really cool to have. I liked it. This is the one that I ended up using the most. These are really easy to operate. Anyone can figure out how to use these. You just pull down, pull out the attachments, you just snap them right on. Super easy. And the end there just threads right on. So the only thing that I needed to assemble, you know, it came with all the tools necessary, but there's just 2 screws, and you just put those in the back. Then you're able to screw on that handle right there. So there were these really nice mounts, and you just slid that on. It was really easy to understand. The assembly on this thing was super simple, very nice. I was able to just start the screws. Then I went and just got my drill and just put them in there. Super solid, easy assembly. Very happy with that. It was nice that the wheels are there because this makes it extremely portable for anybody of any size or strength. You know, as somebody's grandmother could tilt this thing over and probably pressure wash something. So for the wand, the attachment that I really honed in on was the one that takes the little nozzles with the got the silver length on it there. It was really easy to thread onto the wand. Nothing to note there. You just have to have 2 hands there because one of the pieces makes it so that if you're twisting the wand while you're using it, it doesn't come loose, or the water pressure doesn't get compromised, or whatever may occur. That was a really nice feature. So, you know, if you want to screw on these different wand attachments, they're kind of plug and play. You just sort of swap one out and put the other on, like I'm doing here, right? I literally just took the silver one off that takes the little nozzles, and now I can put on the other one that takes the adjustable nozzles. Super, super easy. You just go back and forth, right? And right here, I'm actually just demonstrating how you just squeeze and pull all those little head nozzle attachments off right there. Very simple. It didn't take a lot of strength either, and they felt a little bit finicky, but I think because it was just so new, or I had just never messed with it, right? But these were really easily adjustable because you could just sort of spin them around and you could get them at any angle. So if you wanted like a sideways one, or you wanted one straight up or straight down, especially with the angled one to like get under your car or to get on top of your car or something like that. Very, very easy. So there's a safety feature on this. It's right at the base of the wand trigger, and if you press it in, it does not allow you to pull the trigger to release water. So this is a safeguard, so that basically if you have this pointed at like your foot or something you shouldn't be, it's a safety feature essentially. So actually attaching the water line to the wand, super simple. You just plug it in, and that little release there, that's orange. The only other orange thing near the trigger is the release for the water line. So you just hit that and it comes out. If you don't hit that, you're fine. And plugging into the back there is just super simple. It also has an orange release button as well. Once again, just showing the bristle brush, which I thought was probably the coolest attachment in there, but ironically it was the one that I ended up using the least.
but I did just go ahead and attach it on there just because I thought it was cool. Right here I'm just showing you how to take off the nozzles on the silver wand attachment. Super easy, just pull and pop it out. There's these little ball bearings to keep it in there. So for the mounts for the cords on the side, super cool. The only thing that caught me about the design was you couldn't actually plug that in all the way. There's a little bit of a gap there still, but it does hold it, so it kind of works as intended, but I wish that it plugged in all the way. Now the other side here, this attachment was actually kind of crazy. I bought some other wands and extensions for another head, the circular one that I mentioned earlier in the video, and that one actually fit in the smallest mount there along with all the other tools. So it was kind of neat that I could keep all of the equipment even though it wasn't even equipment in the box, right? But I did, that littlest one there would have held the silver wand attachment, but I never detached it from the wand. I just kept it like we're seeing here, right? Now for the cords, one thing I found useful was getting some gear ties, which are basically rubber twist ties. They're very sturdy, and I use those to keep all the cords together. And then I suggest getting a waterproof bag. Doesn't really need to be waterproof, but I just like it, and those are really cheap little bags. I have a link for both of those items in the description. Both of those will hook onto your handle, super easy. In one case, I did just use a plastic bag to put all of the additional nozzles and stray items from both of the pieces that I bought. So overall, it's been working out as a great product. Definitely go and check out the link below to the videos of me using it and showing you how this thing actually works when you put it to the test and actually clean with it. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.